Yo, what is going on, man? I got my guy with me. Got Twisted Toys TV in the building. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We about to talk about it. We about to talk about how you feeling, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I saw your show on Kirk, so I know how the Vikings fans feel. We come back to your town. We ready to walk in your trap and take over your trap. I know how y'all feel about Kirk, so we ready to see what it is. Let's talk. Shouts out to the supporters.
Yeah, man, for sure. So, I had to reach out to bro, man. I'm like, man, it's only right that we get Falcons content creator in the building this week. It has to go down. Just based off of the fact that Kirk Cousins, we gonna get to that. I'm gonna tell you right now, we gonna cook the night. Now, hey, look, I told my following, man, I said, man, hey, Twisted, you got to keep that same energy, though, man. From last game, I want you to feel the same, man. Like I don't want you to switch up on me, man.
You talking about after that 4 interceptions by Kirk Cousins?
Oh yeah.
Well, one thing you do know, when Kirk has a shitty game, he usually bounces back and does good. So I'm trying to see if we're gonna get conservative Kirk, where he doesn't throw the ball 20 yards down the field, trying to risk errors and not take risks. Got to risk it to get the biscuit going against aggressive defenses. Or is he going to be nervous, Kirk? I need to see that, Kirk. This is your moment. Take over, because your ass will be benched.
Hey, you sound like how we used to sound back in the day, man. Just hoping on I hope Kirk can have that bounce back game that he used to have. And you know what I mean? I hope he has that bounce back game. But man, I'm gonna tell you, man, Kirk he gonna definitely let you down, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, he gonna let you down. It's really because of the defense. But real quick, man, on a serious note, though, man, what is as a Falcons fan? I mean, we obviously know I watch your content. You know everything about your squad. What is y'all strong suit? Like, what are you guys really good at?
For offense, defense, for which one you want to talk on?
I mean, just as a team, because like our team, like as a Vikings fan, if I was asked that question, I would be like, I think our team leans more on defense this year. Like, I think our defense kind of is carrying most of the load. I mean, I know Sam Darnold's having a pretty good season, but I would have to give credit to our defense and Brian Flores. So, I mean, what would you lean on as far as your Falcons go?
All right, so I would say the running game.
The running Bijan,
Tyler Algier, they cook together. Lightning, the hammer, Thor. That's what I kind of look at. I think Kirk Cousins should take the back seat. I don't think it should be based around him. It has to be the running game. The running games will get everything started. If a defense can have to go after to where they got 8 people in the box, it's lighter going on the outside for Drake, for Darnell Mooney, for Kyle Pitts. But when you make it to where it's 3rd and 16, and all the linebackers, the pass rush, all they got to do is just rush up field, you're setting Kirk Cousins up for failure. He's too slow for that. On defense, I think it's our back end, our secondary. Of course, we don't get pass rush. We haven't had pass rush since John Abraham in 2012. 2016 was a fluky year with Vic Beasley, but we haven't had pass rushing forever, so I'm used to not having that. Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, Justin Simmons, those are our anchors on defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. It's funny. You seem to know quite a little bit about Kirk. Just saying that you've had now. Were you tapped in with Kirk Cousins last season too? Like watching him with us, like or even before? Like you've always known how Kirk was, the type of quarterback he is.
I've known Kirk since you like that. Let's
all right. So let me ask you this then. When you got the news. Because I gotta know, because back in 2018, when we got the news that he came from Washington, I was mad off the rip, right? Like I was upset with the move off the top. I was upset. Like, how did you feel when that tweet came around saying Kirk Cousins 4-year deal, bruh? 4 years. I'm sorry for you, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I feel bad for you, bro.
Well, I made a video, me and my homie, on my channel. If y'all haven't, check it out. Right before we signed Kirk, I said, I know what y'all gonna do to Falcons. Don't play with me. They dropped the Kirk Cousins when he was on the tennis court. I said, oh shit, they finna spending money on Kirk. I knew it was coming. Kirk has been, ever since he's been in the league, he's kind of been that backup guy that comes up from the ranks and looks good for a short period of time and is able to get a big contract. It's just how it goes. He's always been up for a big renew, and he always gets guaranteed money. So I can't be mad at that. Get your paper, Kirk. But there are times where Kirk, he takes steps back. He doesn't show, hey, I'm going to be consistent like Tom Brady. I'm going to be consistent like not Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers. He kind of looks like Phillip Rivers down to the end right now. That's why I just called him on Twitter the other day. But I was nervous, man. When I heard Achilles, I already knew he wasn't mobile like that. And I'm like, he's 36. Is there really another Tom Brady? Is there really somebody that's going to play over 40? Is there really another Brett Favre? So I was worried. Then when they drafted Michael Penix, I said, oh, hell, they really don't trust it. They already know we need both. I don't expect to see Kirk all 4 years. My idea was I would see him for 2 years, and then he'll be gone. That was always my idea.
2 years, and he'll be gone, man. You wishing on a lot. One thing I noticed, too, is with Kirk is, and he did this with us, the no trade clause. I mean, that boy is a no trade clause getter, man. He ain't signing a paper unless it's a no trade clause in there. He got y'all right there where he wants you. And how is your fans like over there? Like, is it split 50-50? I feel like Atlanta fans, right? I feel like y'all will be more willing to say F Kirk in a way, to where like Vikings fans, man, it was toxic, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, he was probably one of the most polarizing players that the Vikings have ever had as far as controversy, because you either had people that loved him or hated him. There was no in between. There was none. You had to pick which side. You had to pick which gang you wanted to be a part of. Dog, that's just what it was. How's the Atlanta nation with Kirk Cousins right now? Are they split, or most people leaning like F them, let's get rid of them, start Penix? Because I see a lot of start Penix, man. I see a lot of that.
I think it's at like a 75% rate.
Where they want to start Penix?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of second guessing it because he did have a good Kirktober, and they're like, hey, did he kind of pull the no, it's not that. Defenses are starting to make other adjustments to make him look kind of regular. So what Kirk has to do is go back in the lab, look at coverages, and see what the defense are trying to do to him. Simple as that. Simple as that. But you got to sit in the pocket, Kirk. You can't be nervous. And he's kind of giving me the Matty Ice looks. My mom will say this all the time. Terry, why they be looking so scary back there? They're getting too much money to be nervous. I'm like, Mom, Eminem always say, palms and sweaty, mom spaghetti. That's what I get when I see Kirk Cousins, Matty Ice, those type of QBs in the pocket. I come to expect that. That's why you have to have that line intact. And the Chargers game, to be honest, I look back at the film, there's no excuse for that. You only got sacked one time. You had extra seconds to look in the pocket and observe, hey, Bijan Robinson's right, cutting right across your face. Don't throw the ball like that. Drake London's not right there. That's not Kyle Pitts. So there's certain things he just has to wait. Like he's rushing. He's nervous. Can't do that.
Man, for you to feel like palm sweaty, mom spaghetti already, I'm telling you right now, we're in week 14 is what we're headed into. Man, that's crazy, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, that's a lot. That it's a big investment. Reason why I say that, because I remember the day, right, when Kirk Cousins got signed, and Atlanta Twitter was going crazy. I mean, y'all's social media team was posting all this, the Kirk go change, y'all stole that from y'all. Know we started that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was on the airplane.
Yeah, because y'all just blatantly took it and ran with the sauce.
But
my thing is this: when I think about
Atlanta, is known for Atlanta anyway. Respectfully,
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. When I think about Atlanta, I think trendsetter, right? Like, because like I told you, I'm only 4 hours away. I know all about Atlanta, so it's like, damn. I think of Atlanta. Y'all could have come up with y'all own sauce though. Like y'all gonna take the sauce that we. I think that's the bad juju, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Y'all should have had y'all own sauce, man. Y'all steal our sauce. They ain't even put no effort in. They would just call him Kirk or Chains too. Fuck it.
But I always thought, if you look back, I thought we was gonna be 11-7 anyway.
11-7. You still feel like that?
The rest of the schedule is not hard. This is the hardest game we have left. I don't think the Commanders is harder than the Vikings. So I don't think that, And I feel like he'll definitely win in Washington over Vikings. That's really where he started. But you also have to look at this. I want you to take this into context. Y'all chose to pay him that money, right? He came there for 6 years. He wasn't there for the New Orleans Saints game. I know he was hurt, whatever the case may be. But last year, he was cooking. He was up for MVP before he hurt his Achilles, right?
He was. He was definitely playing some good football. Okay. But I'll say this real quick is I think a lot of that had to do with the coach we have, right? Mm-hmm. And the evidence is there because we're seeing what we're doing with a Sam Darnold, and that's all falls back on our coaching staff that we have set up around the quarterback position.
He's not a first-round pick.
We got a first, yeah, huh? What do you mean?
Sam Darnold, he's not a former first-round pick.
He was.
I'm not gonna let y'all do this. We're not gonna do this.
But hold up, man. He was a former first-round pick, but what does that technically mean? Because you got your Zach Wilsons of the world, you got your Justin Fields of the world, your Mac Jones of the world. I mean, just because they first-round picks, that doesn't make them. You have to put them in the right situation with the coach. Yeah.
And the Vikings have the pieces to make Sam Darnold be better than what he is. Y'all have
exactly, and that's why I'm saying with Kirk Cousins as well. Is I think we made him look better. Like we kind of fluffed up his market to make him look better than what he actually was at this point in his career. Because I mean, to risk that much money as a Falcons fan, I'd be mad of what a 36-year-old coming off an Achilles injury. That's nasty work.
I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
You're right. that was shocking, but his agent is a savage. He's probably the best agent in the game. If I was going into the NFL, that guy would be my agent. You feel me? Like for sure. Like he's the top agent in the NFL. Has to be.
Yeah, without a doubt, because those contracts, he pretty much robbed a lot of organizations.
He robbed us.
But I gotta take content. Also, Atlanta has been a struggling organization for 7 years, so of course you're gonna have to pay a little bit more money to get a high-profile QB. I'm not saying Kirk Cousins is that. I don't think he's elite. I think he's the tier under elite. So at the market, how the market goes, sometimes you're gonna overpay. Then he kind of wanted to stay with the Vikings. As I saw, I think one of your videos he had stated that he was looking to do a hometown discount, and then when we did the tampering, he saw how much he really can get. He said, "Oh, y'all gotta pay this, or I'm leaving."
Yeah, no, he's a bag chaser now. He's a bag chaser. He's going to go where the money goes. He definitely wins in the negotiation room. That's what we like to say over here in Vikings Nation. He's big on how much money can I squeeze out of organization. And how much and am I able to put the no trade clause in there? You know what I mean? That's important to him. That's what's important to him. He wants to make sure he dictates what's going on. Now, I know his agent does the work, but he lied to us as Vikings fans. That's why when he come in the building on Sunday, we booing him, bro. Yeah, he getting booed. Yeah, he getting booed, man. The skull chant gonna be going crazy. We booing him. I mean, and you know what? Kirk mentally, man, he's a nervous guy. I mean, he gets flustered.
I don't know, man. I feel like he's gonna have a bounce back game. He's had 3 bad games. He hasn't thrown a touchdown in 3 games, 6 INTs, been sacked like 12 times if I'm not mistaken. So I expect him to have a good game, but it's gonna be leaning on our defense if we can get a turnover on Sam Darnold. We have to get good field position on either punt returns, kickoff returns, something. I don't think we can go 80 yards consistently each time to score touchdown. But one thing I will say, if you look at Kirk Cousins' film this year, he has looked good versus aggressive defenses. Tampa Bay, does Bowles not run kind of the same defense as Flores, if I'm not mistaken?
It's not exactly the same, but I mean, look, Tampa Bay is your guys'. I mean, that's a division game for you guys. Mm-hmm. So there's some familiarity there, right? Not to say that there isn't a little bit of familiarity with him being, obviously he was with the Vikings for 6 years, and he actually was able to be there with Brian Flores last year for the most part. But this defense different, man, from last year. I'm telling you, with the pieces we added, we kind of revamped a little bit. So he gonna be in for a rude awakening, in my opinion, man. I know, you're a Falcons fan, and you got optimism there. But we dealt with Kirk Cousins for 6 years, man. Me personally, this man has ruined more Sundays in my life than anybody I can name on the planet of this earth, man. Like this man is definitely yeah, man. He ruined some friendships. I mean, all type of stuff, man. This man, because like I said, he's very rooting for Kirk Cousins is very political too, man. Where, like I said, I feel like y'all's fan base is a little different. You know, every fan base is kind of has their way of how they go about things. So I do feel like, yeah, I do feel like y'all would be more willing to bench him and wouldn't even give a damn. Cause your coach, y'all did a weird thing, man. Going out, how'd you feel about that draft night? You spent all this money on Kirk and then you go right there and draft when you could have got a top defender or something. How'd you feel about that?
Let me tell you what I did. So we were live actually when the pick was coming. I saw it. I did this. I walked up and said, "Get the fuck out." Why are we paying this man so much money and then not drafting what we need?
Right.
But like they said, Terry Fontenot, the GM for the Falcons, he tried to move back up versus the Colts to get a pass rusher. The Colts said, "F it, we don't need it." So that's gonna happen. I mean, but at the end of the day, we did need our. We've been through a lot. After Matt Ryan, we've struggled with QBs, Desmond Ridder, Taylor fucking Heineke. Yeah, you need a backup to be prepared for a year or two like Patrick Mahomes did with Alex Smith. You need that type of pedigree. My only issue is, one thing I noticed about Kirk Cousins, he gets into situations where he's had a previous coach in Washington. Raheem Morris was a coach in Washington, and then he brings him here. That I just noticed stuff like that. Even with the Vikings, he's had similarities. If I'm not mistaken, your head coach actually coached with the Redskins with Washington at one point as well. So he gets very lucky when it comes into these situations. Like, well, familiarity. We can just bring him in. He'll take over this, that, and that. Can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Papa Gary in the building, man. TYA. I want to say rest in peace, man. TYA Catch was what we call him, is he's a content creator for the Vikings. He unfortunately passed away 2 days ago, man. So we had a show for him with his mama and everything last night, kind of talking and just going down memory lane with him, man. Great stand-up guy. Was able to meet him in person during Skull Fest this year. And our prayers are with him and his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tough time right now, especially around the holidays. Crazy, man. You know, crazy to have to go through this, but I know he's looking down on us. You know, and he would tell me right now, Rap, hey, make sure you hold it down and let him know the truth about Kirk Cousins. Although he wasn't technically a Kirk Cousins hater, he was more of, hey, the guy isn't that bad, right? Like, he isn't that bad. He puts up the numbers. But again, he was ready to move on too, man. Shout out my boy Catch, man. My boy Catch, he with us, man, for sure.
All right, man.
Facts,
make sure his family's good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So you said the running game's strong right now. You do know the Vikings have the best running defense in the NFL, right? So you know that's a no-go,
top two, right? Top two?
Or y'all I think we number one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's kind of ironic. Harrison Smith, this guy is still making plays. I don't know if he's 33, 34. He leads your team with tackles. I'm a little worried about that, though.
Yeah.
If Bijan gets to him, that means he's past those linebackers. You better hope he's not touched. Because if he gets there with a free lane, it might be that Saints game. He takes off a 40 on you.
So has Bijan lived up to the expectations that you felt?
In my opinion, hell yeah. Because, I mean, the first year, they didn't give him as much carries. They kind of shelved him mid-year. I don't know what Arthur Smith was doing. And this year, he's kind of showing it more. One thing I would like for them to do is use him in the passing game a lot more. This guy is dynamic in the passing game. I'm tired of them just running plays. I haven't seen no angle routes. I haven't seen no wheel routes. Like, this guy is dynamic in passing game. And they just don't use him enough. That's my only gripe with him. But I think he's scoring a lot more touchdowns this year. He's about to double his total from last year. So I'm happy with the pick. I'm not happy with the fourth pick from 4 years ago, number 8. The 6'6" phenom who's supposed to be, you know, the next Randy Moss. I'm not happy with him, but Kyle
Pitts. Let's get to that. Yeah, I'm saying, let's get to that, man. Like Kyle Pitts. I mean, I think about Kirk Cousins going 3 games without throwing a touchdown. Now, that's one thing that he's never done as a Viking. He's always going to throw a touchdown. You feel me? If I'm trying to remember I don't think he's ever had a game where he kind of didn't throw a touchdown. I'm sure there was maybe one in there, but I can't recall. He usually throw him a touchdown.
It's rare.
But I mean, I don't know, man. Like him not being able to throw touchdowns in 3 games, and then Kyle Pitts supposed to be this. I mean, what's the vibe like in the locker room? Like, what is there any drama going on this week coming in to this game as far as in the locker room? Like, you know how the Bears, DJ Moore was kind of pissed off at Caleb and all that. Is that type of vibe swirling around in Falcons Nation, or what going on, man? Are they just all right with it? They just cool with that? They not catching touchdowns out there.
Pitts doesn't really get frustrated like that, man. Honestly, like he just had a kid, so he's still a young type of player. He's like 23, so I don't think he's really gotten frustrated to the extent you can see. He used to be really mad with Mariota and with Desmond Ridder. He hasn't really shown that. Drake Runland, he still has faith in Kirk Cousins. One thing about Kirk, man, he know how to lead men. Like a lot of his players, they love to play around him. So I haven't really gotten any gripes around it. Raheem Morris hasn't complained about it. Nobody's complained about it. But I feel like if it happens this week, because this is what they paid him for. They paid him for these big time matchups in November and December. It's kind of weird to me though, because Kirk Cousins, he doesn't really do good in the playoff. Like he hasn't really did good at the end of the seasons like that. He usually is a beginning of the season type of player. But this is what you get paid for. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear about your arm is tired. You had a 2-week bye, essentially. There's no excuses, bro. There's no excuses at this point. If he makes rookie mistakes again, I expect him to pull him because we can deal with Penix if we're going to see rookie mistakes. We didn't sign him for that.
I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you as a guy that's had Kirk on his team. Don't even think about the playoffs, bro. Like, don't even think about the playoffs. Yeah. Don't even do that. Don't do that because you're gonna set yourself.
Is that hard?
You're not making the playoffs with Kirk, bro. And if you do, you're gonna back in, right? I'm gonna tell you how I go with Kirk. This is how I go with Kirk. You either gonna barely make it or barely miss it. You know what I mean? There ain't no 2 seed, 5 seed. No, you either gonna be 7 seed or you gonna be out the bubble. That's just what it is with Kirk, man.
We're gonna win division, bro. I don't think we're gonna go wild card. We can't win wild card. It has to be division or bust.
So it's between you and the Bucks right now, right? Y'all both. What are you game behind?
We're first. No, we're first.
Remember,
yeah,
because y'all beat them. Y'all beat them, and y'all got the same record, right?
Yeah, but I think this is a key matchup. I think they play the Rams this week, so I feel like they have a loss on the way. I'm not even worried about them. But I feel like this is a big time matchup. If you can't win this game, bro, you don't deserve to start. If you can't come out and show better than what you've shown these past 3 weeks, you don't deserve to start. Simple as that. Because you have a top 10 O-line. But even like, say you just said want to make the play. You would feel comfortable like taking Kirk out to put Penix in to go into the playoffs if you're fighting for the division. You think your coaching staff would do that? Like put a rookie in, knowing that you're still in the hunt for the division. I think it would be different if you guys there was no way of y'all winning the division. You're kind of too far behind. But if y'all are still y'all are number 1 right now. How would that affect the team putting in a rookie when y'all technically could probably get the 5 seed if you win the division? I think 4th seed would be the
4th seed. Yeah, 4th seed. That's right. Yeah, 4th. Yeah.
Well, I look at it like this, bro. They get paid millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You can't be mad if you get benched because of your play. That's what you get paid for. I don't care about that, bro. If we go to work, we all have jobs in the chat. My boy, we all got jobs. We got families. If you go to work and you're not doing your job, they're gonna fire you.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro. That's the purpose of having the job. You go out there and do it. And one thing about him, we signed him because he is able to read through progressions. We didn't sign him because he's a mobile QB. We're not expecting him to be mobile. We're expecting him to sit in that pocket on that third leg and throw it. The reason why his throws look like that is because sometimes he's nervous about putting pressure on that foot. That's why those balls come out late. That's why those balls come out lazy when they drop down and die.
Yeah.
Dude, you're past that stage. Put trust in yourself, man. I know you're old, but hell, put trust in yourself, brother.
I know you're old. God damn. He's
gonna get hurt like 2 or 3 times in his career, bro. He's good.
That's one thing I'll give him his flowers. Shout out Isaiah Nash with the $5, man. Appreciate you, man, for sure. He said, shout out Purple Gang. Brian Flores about to put a bounty on Kirk head. No, that's a fact, though. Like, for sure. I ain't gonna lie. My boy Twisted over here sleep, man. We gotta wake him up. I would hate for him to get woke up while the game on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get you prepared now. That's why we doing this
we ain't got to oh yeah. We can talk about it. Let's get to the matchup, baby. Let's talk.
Yeah, like, first of all, okay.
I know y'all got killers. I think y'all are top 5 in sacks. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, we out there. Yeah. We definitely making noise. Who on the offensive line? Like, who's your tackles for the? Are you confident in your tackles? Are they your weak point? Because we have our guards. Like, I'll say this: we made a switch at guard, but our guards and our centers. I mean, that would be our more of our leaky-ish type on the O line. What we all working with on the O line?
I would say the right tackle is what struggles. He struggles. Caleb McGreer, he struggles against the speed rush. Okay. That's the issue for him. Like, he's kind of slow at getting off his step. As a right tackle, you got to put that right foot back to beat the speed rush. And sometimes that speed rush just clicks off too fast. And knowing that we'll be away, the speed count they probably gonna do with the guard where he taps the center. So I expect your pass rushers to get off tackle. That's why we can't have these. Anything over 3rd and 7 is going to be a problem for us because, again, Flores, he does like good blitz packages to where he can make you look confused. Like, oh, that's what it was? Then you have the Swiss Army knife and Harrison Smith where he can either come down, make a tackle, or he can drop deep third and cover deep third with the ease. So y'all have a dynamic team. I look at it for this matchup, we have to use our running backs in space. I know y'all have good pass rushers as far as linebackers, but can they cover consistently?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. We decent. We decent. Yeah, we listen, we're not the best as far as our linebackers playing in coverage, but I will say we decent. And we're missing one of our starters in Ivan Pace. You know, he's hurt with a hamstring. We got Jamin, forget his name, from Washington. We picked him up last week. So he might be ready to kind of step out there a little bit. Grugier Hill, he probably gonna get some rep, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Blake Cashman, man, that boy there's a savage, man. He gonna be Van Ginkel. Man, Van Ginkel, that's who really gonna get him. Van Ginkel and Grenard, man. Van Ginkel and Grenard gonna have some big games. I could just see them getting to it. That's what used to worry me.
He had 10 sacks, right?
Yeah. That's what used to worry about. That's what used to worry me when Kirk was a Viking. Listen, Kirk cannot move. If you get a pass rush, it's over with. Because the moment he gets hit one good time, he's in his shell. He's off his game for the rest of the game. If you don't protect Kirk, man, I'm telling you, man.
That's what I'm worried about. If we gonna be honest, that's what I'm worried about. But Kirk has to start off fast. And it's on Zach Robinson, the OC, to put him in favorable matchups. And our offensive line, when we get in the red zone, I don't know if you noticed this, but our struggles have been from the 20 of the red zone to the touchdown. We get from the 20 to the 20. We've struggled in the red zone these past 3 weeks. Denver, we had to kick 3 field goals. Cool missed 2. The Saints game, he missed 2. So that was our issue, not scoring touchdowns. And the reason why we're not scoring touchdowns is because we keep having penalties in the red zone. False start penalties, holding penalties, illegal motion penalties. You can't have that in the red zone. It's already tough because a defense gets stingy. They can play man. They can blitz you a lot more. They can play cover 2. And that's what, let's be honest. Let's call a spade. That's what was struggling with Kirk Cousins. He couldn't read the cover 2. He kept thinking it was man coverage, and he was throwing those out routes late, and they pick it. The Chargers didn't score a touchdown last week. I don't know if you guys didn't know that. They didn't score a touchdown. Their only touchdown was on their defense for the pick 6. So if Kirk
was throwing them fluff balls too, man. Like that one pick in the intercept in the end zone, I was like, yo, what?
But that's what I'm talking about. Bijan Robinson ran across his face. All you have to do is do this. Just toss it to him, and it's a touchdown. Like, put your players in position. Maybe he was trying to throw it away, but if you're trying to throw it away, that looks nasty. And one thing I will say, I don't know if you remember this, 2015, Matty Ice did the same exact play versus you guys. I don't know if you remember this. He threw three INTs when y'all came to Atlanta and played us. And that was the year Tevin Coleman got stripped by Barr when he went for like 50 yards. So I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if he's trying to compete with Matty Ice in these BS plays, but I don't need it, Kirk. And he could have ran for 5 yards at that point. I don't know if you noticed it. It was wide open.
He ain't
Defenses
running.
are literally leaving the middle of the field wide open because they know he's not gonna run.
Yeah, he's not gonna run. He don't want to take that chance. He's not gonna run. I used to call Kirk the robotic man because he's the type of quarterback where whatever the play call is, he trying to run that to perfection. I give him that. He gonna try his best to run that play as perfection. But what tends to be the issue is football is an off-schedule game, regardless of how much you want it to just go as the whiteboard and chalkboard is showing. There, you have to be able to improvise, and that's something that Kirk is. He really ain't that great at. I mean, he's had his moments where he was able to move around a little bit, but like as he's getting older, those moments are just fading away quickly, man. And that's what's. I mean, to be honest with you, man, I don't see what the Falcons really seen in Kirk to really throw all the chips in the middle of the damn table. They get this man.
Morris. That was his previous coach. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. I don't know if they just
hold on. So he was a coach for Kirk?
Yeah, with Washington.
Okay, I didn't know that history. I didn't know that.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like Kirk gets put in good situations to where those coaches from Washington, it's like a group of them to where they all came from Washington under that Shanahan tree, and a lot of them branched out. So he gets lucky with even with the scheme. Zach Robinson and y'all scheme previously, it's kind of the same scheme, just a tick of terminology.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, how are you struggling when this is kind of what you're supposed to be good at?
Because he just not good. So do you look at Kirk as somebody who can honestly take y'all on a deep playoff run? Like, do you feel that way about Kirk?
I don't think it's all on Kirk. In defense, I mean, in playoffs, defenses really matter. Let's call it spade a spade. Up to the Super Bowl, defenses matter. Yeah, it's been a couple fluky years with the Eagles, with us, with the Chiefs, as far as offense leading their team to Super Bowls, but defenses matter. So if we can't create turnovers, if Jesse Bates can't be dynamic to force fumbles and create INTs, we paid a lot of money to Justin Simmons, $9 million for 1 year. Matthew Judon, we gave a 3rd round pick. That's why we couldn't really make no moves.
How many sacks he got? Is he causing havoc or no?
He has 2.5.
So he ain't doing that.
Yeah, he's not. And then they're dropping him into coverage. I'm like, bro, he's 33 years old. They had him guarding a running back one time. I said, see, that's the issue. Put your players in position to be successful. Coordinators, respectfully. That guy should not be doing that. I understand you want to do a couple looks in here and there. They had him guarding on wheel route. I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is crazy. But it's been a lot better over the past 2 weeks as far as our coordinator putting players in position. We're more better at man coverage. And the matchup I'm looking to see is Justin Jefferson versus AJ Terrell.
Yeah, but hold up now. Are you saying that as if you think AJ Terrell is somebody who can stop Justin Jefferson? No, I know you.
No one can stop. Come on, bro. You know.
Okay, hey, I like that. That man, shout out to you.
I'm a realist. Okay, yes, I'm a Falcons fan, and I was gonna call a loss, but you showed your ass the other day, so I'm calling a win just for that. But nah, man, I know the truth, guys. Justin Jefferson is. But
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to AJ though, because he is a dog though. He's a
dog. It's only 2 people that's really cooked him. And it's really big body receivers, the 6'5" receivers, Mike Evans. AJ Brown. I don't think AJ cooked him, but I know he's had a tough time. Well, AJ didn't play this year. He was hurt, the hamstring. So, but yeah, Mike Evans, he struggles with him. D-Hop killed him last year. But Justin Jefferson, he had a good matchup in 2020. He had an INT. Kirk Cousins threw it to him. What are the odds of that? But Justin Jefferson had over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Last year, he didn't play versus us because he was hurt. So I'm anxious to see how this matchup looks. And you know, AJ is it the bit because Chase did cook him in college, and they are best homies. So what would it be to be able to talk to Chase like, yeah, I got your boy on lock though. You know, he's 99 on Madden, so I'll let me. I don't think he's gonna be on lock. I think he can make some plays here and there though.
Well, I can tell you right now, y'all ain't gonna. I know if Morris got any sense, he definitely ain't gonna leave AJ on Jefferson by himself.
He gonna get some plays like that, bro.
Because
he gonna get some.
Because every team, and our coach came out and said this last week, because there was a there was like a 2-game stretch recently. Like last game, he had 99 yards, but like the
Mm-hmm.
2 games before that, we looking at 20 yards, 30 yards, and we like, yo. And it happens with JJ like at least once or twice a season, honestly, because some teams are just overcommit to triple covering. I'm talking about they got bracket defense. They like, man, because they don't trust their corners. And they know if they don't, JJ gonna cook them. Like for real. JJ, he's not a touchdown machine, but he gonna get you down there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he got 1,000 yards already.
So. Yeah, like he's never really been a touch. You got certain wide receivers that just have a nose for the end zone. And then you got certain wide receivers that'll just get you to the 1-yard line. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how JJ is he's all between goal line to goal line, man, he gonna get it done. But once you get down in the red zone, touchdown type deal,
the Julio, you got to bracket coverage him. You can't in the red zone. It's much easier to double cover people because you don't have to run as much to be able to take the top off the defense.
Right.
So that's why it's a lot easier. But when you're back there, he can run a 10 to 15 yard post or a corner, which he cooks corner routes to him. He's deadly at corner.
Yeah.
We can't let that go. Justin Simmons, you gotta be on that corner route, bro. He'll get a corner route 20, mouse you and score.
Yeah.
That's one thing we gotta slow down. And we're top 5 in decreasing big plays. So we're top 5 in that. So we gotta make sure to keep everything in front of us and make tackles. He also breaks a lot of tackles, though. People forget that. He's pretty strong. He breaks a lot of tackles up the middle of the field. Yeah,
he's shifty, man. He's real shifty and stuff too, man. So what about Drake? What type of season? Because I really haven't been. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. When football season is upon us, man, I'm so locked into my squad to where like I look at the opponent we're about to play leading up into the game, and I'll go watch some stuff on them. But I'm not like tapped in with the Falcons and how y'all been doing this season as far as like individual players. How's Drake London bought? Because there was a lot of hype around. Boy, like is he? Let me ask you this: does he have the potential? Because I hear a lot of talk. Drake London this, Drake London that, all this, that, and the third. But I've never really seen Drake London on the national media where we talking about him cooking some shit. So like, I'm kind of confused. Does he have that ability? Has he done it this year? I mean, what's up? Should we be worried about him?
We gotta think that he's only been in the league 3 years. In the first 2 years,
bro,
it was Marietta and Desmond Ridder. He still had over 800 yards with those trash assets. He's already at 800 yards this year, 6 touchdowns.
Okay.
Darnell Mooney, 700 some yards, 5 touchdowns.
That was a good pickup, Mooney. I think Mooney was a good pickup for you guys.
And I called that. I called that in March that he was gonna pick him up. I saw how that was working.
Yeah,
he was struggling because he had Justin Fields and that offensive coordinator. If you put him in the right position, he could be dominant.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of plays over 20 plus yards. Watch out for that comeback route. Watch out for that out route. He cooked now.
Yeah, no, I like Darnell Mooney, man. I wanted the Vikings to kind of reach out to him to be a wide receiver 3 for us. So 3? That was a good pickup.
He can't be a 3, but y'all got Anderson. Then y'all got the tight end Hawkinson who just came back. Come on, bro. You got enough pieces over there.
Come on, man. We greedy, bro. We trying to win. You know what I mean? We trying to win, bro. We need them all. But no, I think our formula right now is pretty good though. There's only one football, so I am big on that too. You don't want too much star power because then it's almost gets overwhelming because especially with wide receivers, man, because wide receivers, man, regardless of how you cut it. And that's one thing I appreciate about Justin Jefferson. He's such a team guy, man, where, obviously you can't go 4 or 5 games without him getting, with him getting 20, 30 yards. Like he going to eventually say something, right, and show some frustration because that's just wide receivers, man. But at the end of the day, he's always team first, man. He don't care.
You didn't watch that Thursday night game when Kirk had 5 touchdowns?
No, I watched that game. Listen, this is the thing.
He had 14 catches, 140 yards a time.
Who, Drake London?
Yeah, he could.
Yeah. No, I get you. But and with that, speaking on that game, I'm gonna tell you right now that we have Vikings fans. See, this is the problem, Twister. This is what we're gonna find out on Sunday as far as Vikings Nation go. Because we still have fans on our team, on our side of the fence, that they were so in love with Kirk Cousins that they're actually deep inside hoping that Kirk Cousins has a good game so that they can run the X and say, I told you we should have kept him regardless. They want their moment of truth. And Sunday they looking for it. They're looking for it. They hoping that he comes out there and does a good job. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, but that game right there, you had Vikings fans retweeting his stats and all that. And then the following game, what did he do to the following game? He threw like 2 interceptions. Yeah, right after that third game. Yeah.
No, he didn't start doing bad till the past 3 weeks. That we had a couple.
But he didn't do it. He wasn't balling out though, right? Like he had. Hold on, we could pull it up. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm already on it. We can look at the stats.
What did he do like right after that? Because I feel like he had a 2 interception game or something. Didn't y'all get smacked by the Broncos or something?
No. We played Carolina after the Bucs game, so we went on a 3-game winning streak.
Okay.
That game we ran the ball. We had over 200 yards running the ball, so he threw for a touchdown, 225 yards, no INTs. The Seattle game after that is when he struggled. He threw 3 INTs.
Okay, that's the game I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. He got his ass whooped in that one. And I feel like because y'all had a similar type defense, if he doesn't rush, if he takes his time, he can cook. But we got to put the screen game in there, bro. Like we haven't run screens in I don't know like 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know why they're not running screens versus these aggressive defenses to kind of get them to slow down a little bit. That's on the OC. That's on. And you did say Kirk Cousins doesn't do audibles like that. Let me give you 2 audibles he did. that sweep with Drake London.
Yeah.
Just the other day, audible. That play versus the Chiefs, the 4th and 1 where Bijan gets stuffed, audible. So the times he actually does audible, he kind of messes up. But one audible he did do good versus the Cowboys. If y'all, I don't know if you see, it was 4th down, where he did the wheel route to Darnell Mooney and he caught them in man coverage, blitzing. So he has his moments where he can catch it, but he has to see it early. Like you got to come out. You can't be in the huddle for over 20-something seconds and then come out with only 10 seconds on the clock. You already do a lot of motion, so you can't really read the defense how you would like to. So when you're playing these teams, come out early so you can get them in different and favorable matchups for you to succeed, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
That's how you beat these aggressive type defenses.
So the boy trash at doing audibles because he wasn't doing them in his career when as a Vikings fan, when he was the Vikings quarterback, we're like, bro, hold up. You're getting paid all the money and you telling me you can't switch the play up real quick? That's why I used to call him Robotic Kirk, man. Whatever the play call was, it didn't matter. He was like, yeah, I know they're coming on a 0 blitz, but oh well. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to try to drop back. Boom, strip fumble. You know what I'm saying? Like, God.
You got to stay out of that, bro. I feel like if it gets to that point to where y'all are setting strip fumbles, it can get ugly. One thing about Kirk,
well, we're getting a strip sack this week.
Yeah, y'all can get it. We just got to recover. Yeah, we can't let it be a turnover. Is what I'm trying to say. He has these streaks to where he throws an interception. It'll be back-to-back drives where it'll be SOLs, like SOL. Fuck it, we just let's let it go. That Seahawks game, it was 3 straight turnovers. That game was close. I don't know if y'all noticed. Bijan was cooking them in that game. He took over. He did that forced fumble. They returned it back for a touchdown, 2 straight INTs. And that's how it looks. The Chargers game, that's how it looks. It's like repeated. He doesn't know how to tone it down. Like, yeah, you throw INT. Let's get it back. I don't see that from him enough. I see error, then get it back. By that time, you already down 17. You can't do nothing about that.
Nah, and I'm glad you said something. Down 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the issue with looking at Kirk. Like if you look at Kirk's numbers, like box score wise, you would think that he was a top 10 quarterback. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of it had to do with when Kirk is your quarterback, you're usually playing from behind. What happens when you play from behind? You have to throw the football. So you'll see a game where, yeah, we lost. But hey, it wasn't Kirk's fault. He had, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, and it's like, bro,
they ain't watch the games, bro.
They don't watch the games. And that's what irritated me the most is because every other fan base would tell us that we're tripping for wanting to get rid of Kirk Cousins. We're tripping. He threw for 4,000 yards and this, and y'all want to get rid of that. Be careful what you wish for, bro. If you're not a fan of a team and actually you get to actually see what's going on in between the game, like that's where the issue lies. It's not about him having 340 yards at the end of the game. What about that 3rd and 8 in the middle of the third quarter that he did this boneheaded ass, play? That's the play that cost us or whatever in the game. That was the crucial play right there that nobody else sees unless you're a Vikings fan or the opposing team's fan watching the actual game. And I used to hate having those arguments, man, because box score watchers, man, they sit there and see that box score at the end of the game, be like, oh shit, it wasn't Kirk's fault. Look at his stats. And it's like, bro.
They forget the key moments. When it comes to football, I feel like you play football too.
Yeah.
There's like 3 to 4 moments in the game that help you win that game. With Cam Newton in the Super Bowl, his defining moment, not jumping on the football. With the Falcons in the Super Bowl, what was our defining moment? Not kicking the freaking field goal and putting them up and being up 10 points to where Brady can't come back. So you have to, when you make big plays, you have to complete them. You have to score touchdowns. Field goals don't win you games. And that's been the struggle for us these past 3 weeks. So I'm looking at this matchup. When we do get our chances, we have to execute it. It can't. It's simple as that, bro.
Yeah. Is y'all kick a wash? Because I seen a video. I'm going back. I seen a video, man. Hey, look, I seen you going in on the boy, man. Cool, man. What's his name? Young Way Cool.
Yo, cool. So
hey, is he washed or what, man? What's up with the leg,
I will
man?
say this, bro. That 7 makes you dynamic in Atlanta. He wore 7 the past few years. When Bijan came, he took that 7 away from him. Now Bijan is shining with that 7. Yahoo Cool he's struggling right now. I've noticed that in 2020 to 2023, he was like 6 yards away from where the placeholder is. Now he's 3 yards. So it's kind of making me seem like he switched something up. I don't know, but he has game winners. He's the reason we won the Saints game. He's the reason we was able to come back with that Eagles game. So he has his moments. It just hasn't been recent. And when it comes to kickers, they don't get paid the crazy amount.
Yeah,
you gotta let them go. Respect.
Tyson said Cousins did finesse teams for 3 different bags. No, that's a fact though.
Washington Vikings,
shout out my boy Boom Boom in the building, man. Boom
but
Boom.
You know what it is? He gets his receivers paid, bro. Like he makes, like I ain't gonna lie, he's made some good receivers. Pierre Garçon, Terry, Jefferson. He's made. I think he put like 2 tight ends on the map from the Vikings, right?
But. Can you say this? Shout out, and real quick, shout out Barber, man. Shout out Mav in the building, man. Mr. I Want to Mock, I see you, man. Two-Tone, I see all y'all, man, for sure. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us tonight while we talk about this. My boy Delton, man. I know a lot of Vikings fans, man, like Adnan, Eric from New Mexico, Florinda, Raquel, man, Andy. I know a lot of Vikings fans probably watching that game tonight right now, actually, as we speak, because it got implications, man, for us, as an NFC North, man. NFC North, man, you want to talk about a tough division. I mean, goddamn, we got 3 teams that are just, on the verge, and we already double-digit wins. The Lions double-digit already, and the Packers, they 9-3. Shit, I don't know how the game's going right now. I'm kind of not tapped into it, but me and Twisted gonna go for at least another about 15-20 minutes, I guess, man. So then we can really lock into the game. But
do you trust them though? Do you really trust the Lions? Do you really trust?
I used to not, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, and even you wanna know what's crazy? In 2022. Right, 2022 season. This is when they kind of started the upward trend. And it was kind of like mid-season is when they started the upward trend, to be real. Because at the beginning they started out slow, and then they started hold up. They started out like 2-4, and then they ended the season with like 8 or 9 wins. I'm like, hold up a minute. And everybody in my community was telling me, bro, I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Lions. I'm like, bro, it's the fucking Lions, bro. Don't tell me don't sleep on the Lions. It's the Lions, bro. I've been a Vikings fan for 25 plus years. You ain't about to tell me to not sleep on these. I know the Lions. You feel me? And 2023 came around, and I'm like, oh shit. And then this year right here, to be honest with you, Twisted, man, I think them boy really. I think they on to something, man. I do, and this is not the glaze the Lion. Like I hate the Packers more than anybody. I'm not a fan of the Lions, obviously, because they in our division. But I will say you gotta call good ball, good ball. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't know how they doing right now as we speaking, but shit, god damn it, the motherfuckers. Yeah, I think they can do it, man. To be honest with you, I think they could, and that would suck for them to win before us, bruh. We can't have that. For them, they can't win no Super Bowl before Vikings, bro. We'll never hit the end of that. What? But we'll never hit the end of it. No, I'm saying like we cannot.
Oh, you'll be hurt.
Them.
Oh, okay, I got you.
What?
I don't think they go this.
Bro, if the Lions win a Super Bowl before the Vikings, man, the NFC North will be in shambles. You hear me? Like Vikings fans, we gonna be in the corner. Listen, it's gonna be hard for us, man. It could be hard for do the Falcons. Have y'all haven't won a Super Bowl, right? Or have you?
Nah, we've been twice, never won.
And then what's another team in y'all's division that's the Panthers never won? I know they've been, right?
Yeah, but it's crazy. Everybody in our division has been to the Super Bowl since 2015.
Oh, no team in your division has won it. Well, the Bucks, obviously.
The Saints.
And the Saints. Oh, yeah. So you're in your case, it would be the Panthers winning one before you guys.
Man, listen.
I should have had you sick in it.
I was sick when both teams won, the Bucks and the Saints, but I knew it was their time. The Saints, they had the bounty hunt, so hey, yeah. Katrina.
Hey, yeah, no, F the Saints too, bro. Like Vikings fans hate the Saints, and that 2009 season, you know what I'm saying, we were really supposed to,
the big situation.
That was 2017. 2009 was when we had Brett Favre. No, was that 2000? I'm sorry. Was that 2009, y'all? Was that 12? I might have been. So
the bounty hunt, right?
That was that year.
Shit, I Brett Favre out there. Yeah, I remember that. I actually had y'all winning that game. I was eating. I was like, they finna cook them. Brett finna cook them boys. I feel it. Y'all had Sidney Rice making plays, AP. Like, yeah. I remember that back in the day.
Yeah, we was bad.
The Vikings is like my second team, bro, because Dante Culpepper.
Oh, okay, hold up, man. Let's give our boy.
I'm talking about back then when I was a little kid, because I love Randy Moss. Then we go to now, like y'all got some pieces, man. I like.
So you really a Vikings fan, low key?
No. Well, you got too much dip on your chip. I like to watch y'all game. Some NFL teams can be boring.
Yeah,
I can't watch the Pats. There's certain teams I just can't watch.
Pats,
but the Vikings, you can watch them. They're entertaining.
Yeah. No, we appreciate it, man. Like, listen, I don't mind. I mean, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Like, Falcons aren't a team that I really want. Me being from Charleston, we got a ton of Falcons fans here because they like one of the closest teams to my city. So a lot of people gravitate either, if it's not the Steelers or the Cowboys, because obviously they're big in every city. But if it ain't them, like if it's people that's trying to really latch onto a team close in their close around their map, it's gonna be, we got a ton of Falcons fans here, but we also got we got Jaguars fans and then Carolina Panther fans, obviously. But like, I'm gonna tell you, man, them Falcons fans in my city, man. One of my good partners, he a Falcons fan. He go hard regardless. Win, lose, or draw, man. He rise up, and I know he gonna call me. We don't talk every day, but I damn sure know I getting a phone call come Sunday for sure. He gonna call me bright and early. Hey, you ready for this ass whooping? I don't care what you talking about. We about to cut y'all ass today. I already know he gonna be on it, but we gonna have to humble him. Yeah, we gonna have to humble him. I told him he used to laugh. And you know the irony of it, right? Is he would laugh at me, boy, y'all got fucking Kirk Cousins, y'all ain't never gonna win shit. I say, yeah.
He jinxed us.
The minute y'all saw Kirk Cousins, I have fun with him, man.
He jinxed us. Damn, bro. Come, shout out to your player. Make sure you subscribe to Twisted Tours TV for some Falcons content. But
yeah, for sure, man.
You jinxed us.
yeah. Y'all definitely tap in with my boy, man, for sure, man. Make sure I hit that sub button over there. We're gonna we're gonna plan a post game, right?
Yeah. But the line's up 10-6.
Oh, line's up 10-6. So it's still a tight game. That's good. As long as they keep it close. This is the thing with us as Vikings fans tonight. I actually had a show with one of our content creators named Sal. She's like big in the Vikings community. I did a show with her.
It was fire. She's fire. Yeah, I saw
it. And she had a good point. Like maybe, because from going into the game, I think most of us Vikings fans were like, hey, we want the Packers to win, right? We want the Packers to win so we can get that much closer to the Lions and win the North. But I think she had a great point about, well, maybe we want the Lions to win because we can kind of bury the Packers, like to where like they not nipping, like get them out of they done nipping on our heels, like get them the fuck out of it. It's just gonna be the Vikings and Lions. That's just what it's gonna be. We got the battle to the end.
Who do you think is the tougher matchup for you guys if y'all had to play as a wild card seed?
The Lions.
Lions.
Yeah, the Lions. Yeah. The Packers, man. I think we can smack them around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, both teams, it's always tough when we play. But this year, the Lions, we took off on them fast. We let them claw back. If you look at the end score, which was 31-29, I think, which is ironic because we lost to the Lions by 2 points and we beat the Packers by 2 points. We were whooping their ass the whole game. We just let them start coming back on some prevent defense shit, and it bit us. Like, we almost let them come back and win. That's one thing I hate about the NFL sometimes. It's like, you know, following that rule book of if you up by X amount of points, you just have to start playing prevent defense and making the game. And man, fuck that. Keep your
play what got you
neck.
The lead. Yeah, I agree. They do that a lot, bro. They do that a lot. It's ratings, though. We know it's right. We know why.
Yeah, it's ratings, man. That's why some fans call NFL, you know, WWE and shit, because it's almost like there's I'm not gonna say there's a script there, but there is kind of like a way of doing things when you're thinking about NFL teams, where it's like, all right, if you're up by 14 points going into the fourth quarter, just play prevent defense. And then, you know, you playing a NFL that they just prevent defense, they can just mosey down the field.
15 yards here and there.
Yeah. And it's just like, bro, that shit, hell no. Keep sending the blitz. You know what I mean? Let's stay on their top. But
you know, Aaron Foster said that, though. That the league has a script.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that interview. That was a couple years ago, right? He came out and said that shit.
I know.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Don't tell me that though, man, which I don't believe that. I don't think the NFL is set up to where they know who's gonna win the game before the game and shit. I just can't.
Only the Simpsons know that, bro. Only the Simpsons know that. Let's call it.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I can't buy into that, because if I buy into that, man, that would be life changing for me, because that's kind of why, you know, as a younger kid, I was into wrestling. I loved, you know, Stone Cold and The Rock, and I was into it. You couldn't tell me it wasn't for real.
Triple H.
And once I found out that it was scripted, but all of my love, I mean, like that, I just stopped. Why I've never tapped back in since. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things with the NFL and sports in general, man. It's like, man, it's a war out there. You cannot script this shit. You got to let them boys go out there and battle, man, for sure. I don't think it's scripted, but I do believe there is a way that teams do things, like as a whole, like the NFL as a whole. I think there's a way. That's why they get mad if you're up by 14 with a minute left and you drive down and score a touchdown. Oh, the sportsmanship, that's effed up. You did that. It's like, no, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to embarrass you. Like, not only do I want to win, I want to embarrass you. You know what I mean? That might make you better. So next time you run into us, you know that we not here to play with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. I don't know. I guess we think different as fans, though, man. You know, but
so what are you gonna do with the running game? How y'all gonna stop Bijan? Let me know something. How y'all gonna slow down Bijan with the running game?
So I think, I mean, honestly, I told you at the beginning, our defense is, you know, we top rank, man, when it comes to stopping the run. Now, part of that has to do with us playing from up front a lot. Like, we're playing ahead. So, like, you know, there is context there. Teams are having to pass the ball on us because we're going up by 10, 14 points. So they're trying to play catch up. So they're not really going to run as much. But again, even if teams decided to run, we've already ran into teams where they thought going into the game, like, oh, we going to lean on this run game. It's not happening, bro. Our team is too fast, bro. Like, our linebackers, our edges, they're super athletic and they're flying around out there. I think that's what separates us. Now, if you guys, which I know Bijan isn't that guy that's running in between tackles that great. Now, I might be wrong, but from what I know,
he got some angry man runs. Check it out. He makes people miss, though. Let me say it like this. He makes people miss.
He's more of a finesse running back, though, in the totality, right? Like, he's more of a speed, get out the edge and make people miss, juke them up. To where, like, if you got a bruising running back, I think that's more of our weakness. Kind of like what James Conner did. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know Tyler Algier?
Oh, man.
You finna see him Sunday. Y'all finna see Tyler Algier Sunday. Go to that Panthers game and watch how he made 10 men look angry.
The Panthers
defense is cold, bro. They all trash.
But there's a difference between the Panthers defense being cold and the Vikings defense, though. Like, there's a that gap is huge, man. Come on, man. Don't do us like that, man. Don't compare us to no damn.
I'm just telling you to prepare for Tyler Algier. That's all I'm saying.
Man, Tyler Algier ain't gonna do not a damn thing. I'm more worried about Bijan, but I will say this: Bijan's play style, which you saying Algier's play style sounds more like something that could. That could probably be our weakness because, like, if you can run up the middle, because we don't have no big defensive tackles. Like, that's our weakness as Vikings fans. We know this for years and years. We wanted our team to go out and draft a guy or sign a big guy. I mean, we were calling for Dexter Lawrence since week 1 after we beat the Giants. We were like, shit, man, y'all don't need him. Y'all ain't going anywhere. Give us big Dex, man. We need him. You know what I mean? We want him. But shout out Harrison Phillips, though, man. I don't want to take nothing away from what bro doing, man. Bro out there balling out. But yeah, man, that's
really a couple years now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's underrated.
Pass rusher from the D tackle position to me.
Yeah, he's underrated, man. You know what I mean? He's definitely underrated for what he brings to the table, but he's not that big guy that's clogging up the middle. So like I said, James Conner was able to really do his thing. Like, anytime we play a running back that can run in between the tackles, like, I'm telling you, running between the guards and stuff, bro, they usually have more success than a guy that like Bijan, that you're gonna throw the tosses to or try to do whatever to get him on the outside, use his speed and his finesse. I think that's gonna be trouble for him, man. We're gonna stop him early. I'm gonna tell you, man.
Well, I would look for Bijan in the passing game, like I told you. I want to see him against some linebacker favorable matchups. I will tell you this: I know you do have 2 good corners. Is Gilmore playing this week?
No, so Gilmore is going to be out, but I'm going to tell you who to be concerned about.
No. I know. He has 5.
Who?
We know who he is. We know. We got him. He picked off Taylor Heineke trash ass last year. I know exactly who he is.
Who you talking about?
Murphy.
Oh, no. Murphy. No. Murphy going to be there. No, I'm talking about who do you think is taking over for Gilmore? That's who you need to be worried about. Who do you think is coming in for Gilmore being absent?
I feel like I think he has like 3 INTs on the season.
Shaq Griffin, he's gonna be out there like he's always been, though. Like, he's a rotational.
Griffin, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he might get. Obviously, he's probably gonna get a little more PT. But let me learn you something. You know what I'm saying, because you don't know this guy. You know, if you ain't a Vikings fan, you don't know who this guy I'm about to mention. But pay attention to his name is Mr. Nudie, man. I'm telling you, man, the white Nudie McLaughlin. And now and I'm going to tell you right now, that boy, when I tell you, you want to talk about a guy that just, he a magnet to the ball. You hear me? Interceptions, forcing fumbles. I mean, just one of those opportunist type cornerbacks that I love, man.
He hasn't played yet?
No, so he was playing in the preseason, and this offseason, he was an undrafted free agent. In the offseason, too, now, let me mind you, undrafted free agent. Hold up. Now look at him. He ready. Oh, man. We talk about a UDFA.
Where he at? I'm trying to see if he got to do PT this year. So you better put him off the bench and put him against who? In the slot? Like,
it don't matter. He a dog, bro. Trust me. He's a dog. Trust me. He played outside. Yeah, he played outside. Okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you though, he's linky. He linky, and I'm gonna tell you, man, when in college he played for drop it in the chat. I think he played for Arkansas. And I think he played for LSU too. He might have played for LSU and transferred, but man, the interception game crazy. And one thing about our GM, don't let the word UDFA confuse you, man, because that's where our strong suit is when you're talking about team building. Ivan Pace, right? He's one of my favorite linebackers. We got him UDFA. He turning into a semi-star for the Minnesota Vikings. If not,
that's linebacker though. Linebacker's a lot easier to become a star.
Hold up, I get you. I got you because I played cornerback. I can agree with that.
That is tough. And
I can agree
if he's playing outside, because Drake, he's a slot type of guy. So who's going in the slot with Drake?
Oh, they'll probably have Shaq Griffin in there. Yeah.
Oh, he's cooked. He cooked.
Man, Drake, listen, first of all, Drake London, we got to make sure, well, not we, you need to make sure that your quarterback can even have time to get the ball off. That's the first obstacle y'all going to run into is can he even get the ball off? Is Nudie even going to be able to have fun out there? Because I don't even think that your guy gonna be able to get the ball off the way I'm looking at how this game gonna go. I think it's gonna get nasty for your boy.
So you didn't hear me say we got a top 10 offensive line?
No, I respect that. I respect that.
Pro bowler.
I respect that. I respect that. But if you got that top 10, how many sacks? Oh, you said Chargers didn't really get a sack, right?
They only had one sack, bro.
So he was
rushing the throws. He was thinking I feel like Kirk, he kind of got, like I said, he got nervous. He had jitters. He was rushing the throws. He's only been sacked 24 times this year, bro.
So the offensive line
been sacked 36 times already. So
yeah, Sam Darnold been getting sacked. Yeah, Sam Darnold been getting sacked.
Yeah. We got something. We just don't have a pass rush. I mean,
that's good. That's in our favor
to get pressure. We had 5 sacks versus the Chargers last week.
Yeah,
but we don't really get pass rush like that. So that's the key. But our line doesn't really struggle as much. It depends on the game. If you're running the ball, we're gonna make plays. We're more so a running game, like a running O-line that can go to pass. We shouldn't depend on the pass as our O-line. More so what I'm saying. Matthew Burgeon, the left guard. The center, Drew Dahlman, they're great run blockers. Caleb McGrary's great run blockers. The pass blockers are Chris Lindstrom and the left tackle, Jake Matthews, and a little bit of Drew Dahlman. This game's going to come down to Drew Dahlman calling out the blitz package is correct, though, the center. We just got him back. He was on IR for like 6 weeks. He hasn't played for 6 weeks. So when we got him back last week, and the offensive line looked a lot better. We got to call them blitzes out. So when they line up, don't go in that play clock when it's only 10 seconds. I can't stand that because you cannot decipher a defense that fast.
But I will say this. Like y'all ain't run into no, y'all might got a good old line, but have y'all ran into a Van Gank? Have y'all ever been ganked before? You feel me? Like I'm gonna tell you, man, Van Gankel, man, and Grenard. Y'all ain't running no dog like that. Y'all ain't run no dog like that yet.
What you mean? We played Mac and Bosa just last week, and Bijan had over 100 yards.
Man, Bosa washed, man. The Joey. Come on now, don't do that, man. You know Joey. You know Joey ain't no Nick, man. Don't do that.
They injury prone. The Bosa twins injury prone. Bro.
You know Joey ain't no Nick.
They may play, but then they go missing in key moments. That's one thing about this.
Yeah, like Joey been quiet for at least 3-4 years now, man. He turned up his first couple seasons. After that, man, now I tell you the other Bosa now, like yeah,
the 49ers Bosa.
Yeah, Nick Bosa. Yeah, like Nick Bosa maybe, and he after that injury he hasn't even really been the same either. But like yeah, he a dog. But Joey, come on.
There's sometimes players.
Yeah,
the Chargers, they are top 5 in sacks, period. They had multiple people that was over 5 sacks.
You're right. So I mean, it is. So that is something that I, in reality, I do worry about. I feel like we struggled against a good offensive line recently when we played the Rams. We couldn't get to goddamn. I don't think we had a sack that game. To be honest with you, that's one of the games where we didn't have any sacks. We had him one time in our grips and he slipped out, Matthew Stafford. But that is probably one of our weaknesses. If the O-line is good as a unit. Now, I think Brian Flores is good at like exposing a leak though. Like you said, your right tackle. So if he knows that, and I'm sure he's watching the film, if he knows your right tackle is the weak man on the totem pole, he probably gonna attack that, meaning he's gonna send 2 blitzers at him at the same time and make the guy make the decision on which one he wants to pick up. So I mean, it's definitely gonna be a lot of heavy formations on that side to expose that. But again, if your offensive line good like you're saying, then that might be something that we kind of struggle with.
Like you saying, is crazy work. I like how you said that. That was very sarcastic of you. Like you're
I'm there for real, man. Like you said, because I don't know. Like
the season, baby. That's this week 13, week 14. That's pretty good.
This ain't about what I'm saying. This the facts. I got you. Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, again, man, I think it's gonna be a good matchup. I do expect Kirk Cousins to maybe make a couple errors, but I think he's gonna have his best performance in the past month. Let me say it.
You think you're gonna throw any picks?
I feel like they might cheese and kind of like not let him throw as much. I need a game plan to where he throws anywhere between 20 and 25 times. I don't need him throwing over 25 times. I need our running game to cook to make him a lot better when it comes to play action.
Yeah.
If you drop back and say, hey, Kirk has to win this game, That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough, bro. I honestly think that'll be tough because y'all aren't the Bucks, in my honest opinion. So
that's nasty work.
It'll be tough. I think he just needs to be 20 to 25 throws.
Yep.
He throws. Check that, Bob. Please say
Kirk check down Cousins, man.
Hey, I'm cool with that. We got the facts to make plays in space. Have y'all seen Drake London? He breaks tackles. I just want to let y'all know that. So when he catches that slant with his hands, y'all better try to tackle that big boy, that big guy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Check down Cousins, man. Damn, that's nasty work.
We would have won the game. He checked the ball down these past a couple weeks. Let's call it spade a spade. Check the ball down. Take what the defense gives you. If you got a big play, then hit the big play. But let's not act like he wasn't cooking with the big plays with y'all, Jefferson and
well, he was, but he had a Justin Jefferson though. You feel me? Like y'all ain't got that. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't have a Justin Jefferson, but we have tier twos.
Boy, William said we might lose Torch. Hey, he know what's up. Yeah,
William, that's just William. He's probably at work. He's mad. He's still mad. We haven't won in 3 weeks. I would think the same thing, William. Shouts out to you. My boy Tyson said Pitts is lazy. Yeah, he's very lazy at times. He stops on routes. He's ruining my fan. He's on my fantasy team too, bro. He had 3 good games and then he went in my head.
Sarah said Kirk Cousins, yeah, for sure. Andy said, Andy, I remember you saying too, we had like 4 sacks against the Lions, which they do have a good offensive line. So, but that's a divisional game, you know what I mean? And those divisional games always are going to be, they're always going to be like kind of those games where you can't really judge too much off because they're always going to be tougher and just kind of back and forth in a way. He said, "Nah, I'm off." See, he all feeling that way, man. You know what I mean? He ain't at work. He all feeling that way.
He really off. But I don't lie, he's really off. So I'm shocked. But, hey, William, listen. We on his channel today, though, G. We can't just go out and say we gonna lose like that, player. Come on, champ.
You gotta have some kind of confidence, Dave.
Yeah, we still first in the division, champ. Yeah, and I think sometimes people, you see Kirk in the background. I see sometimes people forget we beat the Eagles. We should have beat the Chiefs. Let's not act like the Chiefs didn't cheese with the ref call with Kyle Pitts in the pass interference. That was a touchdown. Let's call a spade a spade. But that's on Kirk to get the ball up higher to Kyle Pitts. But we've only got beaten 2 games, and those 2 games were Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. And let's call a spade a spade. That game was good until the 3rd quarter. Those games didn't get crazy until the 3rd quarter. So every game we've essentially been in. So I'm not saying like we got other pieces to make plays, guys. Let's be realistic here.
I think William want Penix in, man. William said
I want Penix in.
He said it's time for a change, man.
I want Penix too, but I gotta wait. It's on Raheem. Raheem has to make the executive decision. That's on Raheem. That's why you get paid millions of dollars to be a head coach. Make the decision. It's not about friendship at the end of the day. It's about who can lead their team to success. Kirk Cousins has led us to a 6-6 season, which we were last year the same damn way, which is kind of crazy. And I was a little worried, like, damn, is this 2015? We started 6-0, and then we went on a losing streak. I was so worried. I'm like, damn, is Kirk doing this shit to us? Like, are we really finna relive this 2015 to where he's just finna stink it up? But I feel like look at the stats. I watched the game. I rewatched that Chargers game. He's rushing it. If he takes his time and read through his progression, he can be successful. Trust what you're seeing too, bro. He pump faking. No, that's your game. You're not Lamar. Don't be pump faking. Throw the ball. Throw who you think you should throw to. Stop second guessing yourself. You're too old for that. That's what you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to be elite at. The mind. Simple as that. That's what you got paid for.
Man, listen, that's crazy that I still go back to, because I think the first year of us having Kirk Cousins, I don't think any Vikings fans were like, oh, we need to bench this guy. And he didn't have the greatest. He struggled with the Vikings his first year too. We missed the playoffs. I mean, coming off of a season where we were 13-3, went to the NFC Championship game. We thought we were a quarterback away. Well, the Vikings did. And they thought they were a Kirk Cousins away. They went and got him. We come back. We go, where did we go? I think we went 8-8 that season. Or we might have went 7-9. We missed the playoffs for sure. And it was one of those things where we still were kind of like, it's the first year. Give him the next year, you know what I'm saying? See if he could bounce back. Next year, we make the playoffs. We beat the Saints. That's when, the Kyle Rudolph and all that, beat the Saints in the playoffs. And then we got mollywopped against the San Francisco 49ers. And that's when shit just started going downhill after that. After that, that's when you started seeing the fan base kind of really started splitting. Like, listen, you either want this dude or you hate this dude. Which one are you going to be? What side of the fence are you on? Because you ain't nobody standing in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And I went that away. You feel me? I'm like, man, I don't want this motherfucker. And I didn't want him, like I told you from the moment we signed him, because he hasn't proved anything. This is what irritates me with Kirk Cousins is, what has he proven in this league? I know it's a team sport, but at the end of the day, this man has proven, only thing he has proven over and over again is no matter what team, especially now that he's on y'all, on the Falcons, no matter what team that he's on, he gonna get the money. So he's proven that. But he also will not take your team on a playoff run. He didn't do it in Washington. You can give him a pass.
I was say, who the hell did they have on defense? I don't remember. No, the only person remember on that defense was Josh Norman.
It don't matter. We still gonna throw it in there, but you can give him a pass if you want. He comes to the Vikings.
The Vikings pass though. No, I don't give him
6 years. 6 years to prove something. Doesn't do it. We always told everybody that was on our end of the spectrum that weren't really Kirk fans, he is a gravitational pull to 500. Like when you got Kirk as your starting quarterback, you will go 8-8. This is when we had 16 games. So now you'll either go 8-9 or 9-8, right? That is pretty much what you're going to do. And that's what we've been seeing for years and years, man. And now he with y'all, guess what? 6-6. 6 is a 500. I'm telling you, that boy is.
Y'all defense was a lot more mature when he came to the team. Our defense is actually just forming to be good. Let's call a spade a spade. We've been terrible on defense since 2016, like 2017, I should say. So that's a big difference. Y'all had Harrison Smith, y'all had Hunter, y'all had a bunch of killers over there. Y'all had Kendricks at linebacker. Like, come on now.
But that proves the point.
Like, I think next year is when our cusp will really start, because our defense will be built. We can go this whole draft on defense to excel a lot better. But I don't know if he'll be starting next year.
That's what I'm trying to tell you is you know, I feel bad for you because you sound like a Vikings fan right now, the way your hope is there. But what I'm trying to tell you and explain to you is it don't matter if you get a good defense. He's going to do something to make your defense either have to play harder than they should, because he's going to turn the ball over, do something like that. Or he going to check down when he isn't supposed to check down. Like you said, sometimes you do have to check down. I agree. Yeah. There's a such thing as the right time to do the check down, but he'll do it when it's not the right time. You know what I mean? Like he'll do it when it's not the right time.
Versus the Saints, it was 4th and 5. He checked it, and this is before the game was online. He checked it down to Ray. But
4th and 8 for us.
Never throw in front of the sticks on 4th down when it's your last play of the game. You never do that. Yeah. And he did that. But one thing I will say, I don't know if y'all noticed this, he's great. Like, our offense is pretty good on 4th down. I don't know if y'all noticed this, though, but we're pretty good on 4th down. So if we get in that red zone, don't expect Young Huku to walk out there. We're going for points this week.
Yeah. Do you know what Kirk Cousins did in 2022 for the Vikings in the playoff game? Or you know what he's famous for?
Didn't they lose?
Yeah, we lost to the Giants, but you remember how we lost?
I can't remember. No, on top of my head.
Let me tell you, man. 4th and 8. 4th and 8, man. 4th and 8. Game on the line. 4th and 8. Guess what Kirk Cousins do? Throws the ball 4 yards. You know what I'm saying? The big 4th and 8. He throws the ball for 4 yards with the game on the line, bro. I'm talking about that was the last play of the game. The Giants came out and pretty much just need the damn ball or some bullshit, like, because there was only like a minute and there was plenty of time left too. That's the crazy part, is there was time to actually be able to go downfield and take your time. You didn't have to rush anything. You checked the ball down. I mean, listen, I was big on that where I'm like, I'd rather you throw this shit up and just throw a Hail Mary and just say, F it, give Justin Jefferson a chance, something. You know what I mean? But no, man, check down, man. 4th and 8. He threw the ball for 4 yards to TJ, man. I'm telling you. And he did when he did that the couple weeks ago with y'all, Vikings fans were posting it like, damn boy, Falcons fans are living the Kirk Cousins experience, man, to the T, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I broke my controller when he did that versus the Saints. I was like, bro, this game is the game was set up for you to win. And you effed us. Let's call him. Well, nah, Young Hoku missed 3 kicks that game. We could have won the game. He missed 3 kicks. So, but again, we got to score touchdowns. That's what we pay you for. We didn't pay you to get us to the red zone. Matt Ryan did that for years. Most of our wins came from field goals. And those key moments with Matt Ryan, I think we kind of got a little bit too happy after we saw that Thursday night game where we didn't realize Hodge took that play to the house. It wasn't like he threw that play and it was a touchdown. He threw a 5-yard in cut, and Hodge went up the road. He took it to the house. So I don't know. I'm anxious to see what Kirk we're gonna get. Are we gonna get Kirko? Are we gonna get Old Man Rivers? That's what I want to know for this week.
Old Man Rivers.
Do I trust him in the end of December? No, he has to show it. Prove it to me.
Well, you can just take my word for it, brother. You don't even have to wait. You can just take my word.
I think about that because he's getting paid too much big coins.
But he's been getting paid big coins with me. Take my word for it, because I'm gonna tell you, I've been dealing with it for 6 years. I know exactly who you got on your team, man. Trust me, I know him like the back of my hand, man. I watch every single game, every single snap, Twisted. I didn't miss a snap of Kirk Cousins in the past 6 years. Not one. I can tell you what's going on. Do I think people can change? Yeah. Like how we're seeing with Sam Darnold, you know what I mean? That's a big change. Do I think somebody who's been in the league, I think Kirk's on his 11th year? 13. Wow. 13. Do I think people going to just change in 13 years? Nope. He is who the hell he is. Yeah, he is who the hell he is, man. He is in his way. He is Kirk Cousins, and he going to remain that until he ready to hang that shit up. You know what I'm saying? He going to get worse. I think he's going to get worse, like his mobility and just kind of. I'm going to tell you right now, when I watched y'all game the other day, because I went back and was watching some of it, and I'm going to tell you the game against the Chargers.
Oh, like, well, he throws like that. He throws lofty footballs, bro.
Yeah, like his velocity and shit gone. His shit gone, man.
Don't throw no out routes this week. None of that. Zach Robinson, listen to me. Hear me clearly. Do not throw no out routes. That's been his struggle. That's where the INTs are coming from. Don't throw no out routes. He's good at throwing across the middle of the field, lobbing it up, giving people good catch. Like people who are not good at catching passes, they usually catch passes from him. Darnell Mooney had the case of the drops with the Bears. Kirk Cousins lobs the ball to him a lot. Yeah. He throws, and I think one thing, he's like a timing type of QB. He throw anticipation. That's supposed to be his thing. He throws it before the actual receiver is open. And when it comes to our receivers, Drake London, he's a lot more slower than other receivers. So it's about time. You got to throw him open. Yeah. Darnell Mooney, he's faster, so you got to let that thing go. And hell, he missed so many throws versus the Chargers. You watched it. We had a touchdown first drive. Darnell Mooney post mode, great route. Zach Robinson motioned Darnell Mooney to go outside, post route, wide open. He throws it to the left of him. Mm-hmm. Throw it in front of him. It's touchdown. So gotta be better than that. Pick 6 incoming. Damn.
Oh yeah, pick 6 definitely incoming.
Sarah, don't do us like that.
Yeah, no, pick 6 definitely incoming, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I feel like Harrison Smith gonna get him. He gonna get him one, man.
I hope not, bro.
Harrison Smith, dribble said Packers effing trash. Man, I almost felt like the Packers wasn't gonna have no chance there. What's the score, man? Somebody drop. What's the score? You got the score, Twisted? You watching the game?
Oh, no, I ain't watching it, but I can see it. Give me a second. It's halftime, 17-7.
17-7. I mean, there's still some fight in there. There's still some fight. It's still an opportunity for the Packers.
The game is in, where is it at? It's in Green Bay or Detroit?
I think it's in Detroit. Yeah, it's in Detroit.
It might be over.
Yeah, it might be over.
Them boys souped up over there, man. I ain't gonna lie, them boys souped up.
Man, that running game, man. You know, that Jahmyr Gibbs, man, that boy, I wish he was a Viking, boy. Hey, can we say he better than Bijan?
Huh?
You talking about, huh?
Yeah. I feel like the offensive coordinators know how to use him a lot better. Okay. I think that coordinator's been there for the past 2 years, right? Since he's been drafted.
Yeah.
Bijan's had 2 different coordinators back-to-back years. I see him of the cusp. What Bijan's top 5 in yards this year? Yards, touchdown. Like he's top 5 in all running back categories. So even breaking tackles, he's top 2.
No, Bijan.
So, I mean, Gibbs is cold. I think the difference between Gibbs and him, Gibbs is a house call. Any chance he can be a house call. I think Bijan is like a workhorse. He works you down the field. He doesn't really get a chance to get those 50, 60 big yarders. He cooks with 20 yarders, 15 yards, and he just gets you down the field. That's the difference between them. I think Gibbs is dynamic, though. They both are dynamic backs. I want to wait till after the end of the year to give who's the best between them, though.
Yeah, no,
I think last year
those were 2 better. Those 2 dogs right there for sure, man. Those are 2 dogs for sure, man. I'm hoping the Vikings get aggressive this draft coming up for a running back. I miss having a dog running back, man. Dalvin Cook, man. Adrian Peterson, man. We the Vikings always known to have them a back, man. We got to go get us another back that got that.
How you feel about Jones?
I mean, we like Jones. I think Jones is valuable. But he having a fumble. He got that fumbleitis right now, man. You know, that's one thing that you guys might be able to. I know that y'all probably been watching. He been fumbling the past couple games, man, and in the wrong situations too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he right off the back, he just coming out fumbling and shit. It's like you know what I mean? I know about that.
So, you know who's top 3 in forced fumbles, right?
Oh, the Falcons?
No, Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates, the safety.
Oh, Bates making fumble. Okay.
Yeah.
I call this.
Just want to let you know. Watch that Tillman punch.
Yeah.
He does it every game. He goes for them punches every game. So if Aaron Jones is a little lazy with it,
he is.
We gotta force turnovers though, in my honest opinion, because I keep telling you, y'all defense is so souped up. We gotta get some good field positions. We can't expect to go the whole field because penalties can happen, BS calls can happen with the offensive coordinator. It's too shaky to go down the field. You have to get some turnovers to be able to win this game, especially away.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Man, we've been on an hour and 30, man. Like before we go, and I think we're gonna try to set up a post game too, man. It'll be fun to tap in with each other and do that too. But before we go, let's do this. Give me the score prediction, what you think the score gonna be, and then the X factor player like that you think is gonna make the difference that goes along with your score prediction.
All right, so before I watched the show, I had y'all winning 28-21. That was the score at first. But then when I watch y'all say all this shit about Kirk Cousins and get so frustrated, then I saw Kirk Cousins' press conference. Yes, I saw it. He said, verbatim, he said, the strong wills through. Tough people survive, essentially is what he's saying, through tough times. Are you one of those, Kirk Cousins? I want to see this week. Can you go to the Vikings, get booed the hell out, and still say you like that at the end of the game? I want to see that. The tape is out. They see what you struggle with. They see that you can't handle the blitz. So it's coming, bro. Take advantage of it. Make some plays on the screen call. As you said, your boy said you don't like Audubon. I want to see Audubon. Red 7. I need to see it.
Yeah.
But with all due respect, I have us winning 24-21. I think he is going to throw an INT. I think y'all are going to get 2 to 3 sacks. But I feel like our defense is going to make a play on Sam Darnold when you least expect it. I think we're going to get New York Jets, Sam Darnold, for at least a quarter.
Okay. I got this my score. I got 31-17, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, crazy work.
31-17, man. I'm going to tell you right now, Kirk Cousins, 4 turnovers. And you can cut that cake however you want to cut it. You know what I'm saying? 2 strip sacks, you know, 2 interceptions, 3 interceptions, 1 strip sack. I don't give a damn how you cut it. All I know is we getting 4 of them babies. You feel me? I feel it coming. Yeah.
If he throws 4 INTs, I'm done with him, bro. If he throws back-to-back games of 4 INTs, bro, the hell with him.
Not only should you bench him, y'all should cut him after that. I mean, just cut him. Put him on a practice squad.
I don't think we're gonna have him next year, though. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna have him next year.
You think it's gonna be one and done for him?
if he doesn't make the playoffs, without doubt, like Michael Penix is hunting, bro. He's waiting. He's 26. He's played 5 years in college and watched old men games. He's hyped. Yeah. Now, one thing I will say, if you was to bring Penix in, we do have the Giants game and the Raiders game coming up. I wouldn't bring him in this game because of how y'all aggressive defense is. More so is what I'm saying. This ain't the game for him, respectfully. Kirk Cousins, do what you got to do this week. If you get benched, you get benched. But I don't want to see Michael Penix in this game because this could potentially hurt his confidence. Y'all know how rookies can be when they play these type of defenses. You getting sacked, and he's already fragile. Penix is fragile. He got injured a lot in college. So that was another reason why for the first year anyway. He needs to get bigger. These are grown men in the NFL. This ain't college.
Right. Nah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I think there's a possibility Kirk gets benched, man.
This week?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I see it. It might get too nasty. It might get too nasty for him. Man. Morris gonna, he gonna back against the wall, man. You know what I mean? He gonna have to make that decision, man. It sucks because I look at it like their job could be on the line based off of you stuck your neck out to get this guy, and now this guy is underperforming, and you gonna bench him. Like that's not good, man, for a first year head coach, man. That's not a good look. You know what I mean? That's not a good move, especially because you went out your way to get this guy. It would be different if he was already the quarterback on the team, but like you actually, whether and you probably know more than me, whether he had the call or your Arthur, what's his name? Arthur
Blank ain't doing no call.
Okay, well, whoever it depends on whoever made the call to say, no, we need to go get this guy. But
it was Raheem.
Okay, so Raheem saying we need to go get Kirk, and then this happens where he gets benched or something, and you starting to, bro, that's job, that's firing. Yeah, I mean, that's a firing clause. That's a firing clause, bro. Come on, man.
What I would say though, Raheem Morris has like a 3-year plan. Essentially, you gotta look at it like that. But we've been trashed for 7 years. They're not gonna fire the head coach, bro. No. They'll fire the GM before they fire the head coach because the GM has been here. He picked Kyle Pitts.
I wanted Raheem too on the Vikings when he was.
Raheem is dope. But to see the issue is Raheem is not doing what he actually is good at. He is a defensive coordinator. He's giving his homies chances. Jimmy Lake is from the Rams. Zach Robinson is from the Rams. Both coordinators are from the Rams where he was a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So he's like, all right, I'm going to just pass everything to y'all because Dan Quinn kind of struggled with that in 2015 when Raheem Morris was here. So Raheem, make the executive decisions, bro. You see how Dan Quinn got fired because he didn't want to make executive decisions. You got to do that, bro. Yeah. If it's time to bench him, it's time to bench him. We got to bite the bullet. Contracts go like that. You haven't had a good QB in 4 years in Atlanta. We've been struggling with QBs for 4 years. So essentially, you doubling down. We can't be mad because you drafted Penix. Yeah. I would be mad if we didn't draft Penix and he fumbled. If we being honest, money comes and goes in the NFL. It's gonna fluctuate anyway. We got a lot of money.
Desmond Ridder only had 12 interceptions the whole season last year.
He didn't play all the games though. Taylor Honke started like 3 games.
See, man, I'm trying to be a Falcons fan, low key, going off of the tweets, man. See, that's why you got to know. See, that's why you got to have the actual fan base on there, the actual creator, because they know the truth. All right, hold up before you say that stat. He ain't played all the games.
I saw that stat.
You saw that, boy. You said, BS on it.
I ain't gonna lie though. That is kind of nasty work that you that close to Desmond Ridder though. Respectfully,
yeah. Because Desmond Ridder turned that ball over every time I watched it. Go out there, boy. And I like Desmond Ridder coming out of college.
I did too, bro. He was a winner in college, but I had to realize they don't play no damn body.
Yeah, I like that.
So but we didn't use him enough where his strengths was. Desmond Ridder, he was a good read QB. Every time when we was in the red zone, when we ran QB read, he scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
But when they try to throw in the red zone, he fumbled the bag. You're not putting him in position to be successful. That's why offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators get paid the big money. You gotta put them in position, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Everybody is not Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. They're not. Everybody can't be that. and it's okay.
Yeah. Well, before we get out of here, bro, man, I will say this, man. This game was circled on most Vikings fans' calendar. This is probably a bigger game for us than it is for you guys as far as like just everything surrounding it. You know
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean? Just because it's one of those deals where, like I told you, man, Kirk had the Vikings fan base in general just kind of in shambles and just, I mean, it was just one of those things, man. You really don't understand unless you were a Vikings fan and were on Vikings Twitter for the past 6 years to really understand how big of a deal this is for Vikings fans. Kirk coming back to the bank, you know what I mean? And it's a game where we out for revenge, man. You know what I mean? We feel like he stabbed us in the back, chase the bag instead of really saying, because he told us as Vikings fan, oh, I want to retire in Minnesota. I want to be a Viking for life. You know, hit us with all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Hit us with the bullshit. Tried to sell us the dream. And then, you know, y'all waved the check, y'all waved the bag in front of him, and he said, you know what? I take that back. F y'all. You know what I mean? I'm going to get this bag. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you know his wife is from Atlanta, right?
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that played a big part in why he picked, you know what I mean, why he picked the team. But still yet, why lie? I mean, why lie?
He has to keep his options open, bro.
Bro, options are not. Why lie? You should have just said you should have taught. That's why I hate them press conferences, because it's like, nah, dog, just tell me what it is, man. So I know how to go move forward with this shit. So I need to know if I need to start looking at quarterbacks coming in the draft now or see who I want.
Okay. Now I see why you saying,
because you dragging us along as if we set, right? Like, even though I might have not agreed with it, you're still dragging the fan base along as, all right, well, Kirk gonna be here. He wants to be here. You know, we gonna do it. You know, although I might not agree with it. Oh, well, is what it's gonna be. But nah, you telling us one thing, but then behind the scenes, you having secret conversations with the Falcons. Know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, that's slime ball. We got to get on your ass this Sunday, Mr. Postman. We on you. You know what I'm saying? We on you.
That's vice versa too now.
Hold on. What do you mean vice versa?
Because y'all didn't want to pay. Y'all didn't want to match the contract.
Now, you know we about to get us a draft pick off y'all next year now. Don't think that shit over with.
What is it? It's a 4th round pick.
It don't matter. We need that. We need that.
We struggle with picks nowadays any goddamn way. If it ain't the 1st round pick or the 3rd round pick, we struggle with it.
Yeah, we
struggle
need that
at picking 2nd, 4th. Like, it's been a hassle for us to pick in the draft for those types. So the hell with it. If it only hurts me if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, which he isn't doing now. Yeah. If we end the season and it's the same situation as the past 3 years, I'm gonna cook him, bro. You don't have to worry. Check my page. When we
I'm tapping in Sunday. It's gonna be funny.
I'm gonna cook. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna cook.
I know. And that's one thing, man. That one thing about Twisted too, man. That's why I reached out to him. You know, there was a couple Falcons content creators that I seen, but there was something about you, man. You know, I like to work with people that I feel I can relate to, that kind of got the same vibe, like keep it real, authentic. Ain't really with all the, you know, glazing bullshit on their team. I think that's why my community that I built, that's why we kind of stick together, because we call a spade, and I noticed that about you, bro. So that's really why I reached out to you personally. It was like, man, hey, let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's get one in, man, for sure, man. Let's get one in, because I think me and you kind of got that same type of vision when we talking about our teams. And I respect that, bro, because a lot of people out here, man, they just be with the butterflies and flowers every fucking day. Be like, bro, stop it. Yeah, I mean, stop it. Yeah, I said, let's be 100% honest here, man. And let's just call it for what it is, man. And hey, you know, your team ain't gonna do good every week, man. That's just the reality. You know, it's gonna piss you off. If you a fan of a team, you know it dictate your emotions, at least for me, because I'm diehard, bro. Like,
first 2 days.
My team if my team plays bad and we lose them until about Wednesday, I'm in a shitty mood, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not watching no highlights. I'm not watching ESPN, none of that. I don't want to see shit. I'm done. You feel me? Like, now when Saturday come around, I'm like, all right, time for you to bounce back. All right, my team can bounce back this week. But, you know, yeah, they ruined. Hey, that's the type of fan I am, man. I'm invested.
So how you do your, all right, so I got a question for you before we get up out of here.
Yeah.
How you do your content? So after a loss, do you do content right after? Or do you wait a day? Like, how does that work for you? Because I know with me, when I see a bad loss, my mind starts to go like, the hell with whatever I gotta say. You finna get all of this smoke today.
Yeah. No, yeah. So I do right after. Like not right after. So if we have 1:00 game, I do my post game show at 6:30. So I kind of let it marinate. I like to go look at all the stats. I watch the highlights and all that. And then I kind of go and then I'll hit live around 6:30 Eastern time, like me and your time. So because the game gets over at 4, so I give it like 2-hour break and before I go live. But yeah, I talk about it the same day. You know what I'm saying? And then we got a lot of like big content creators in the Vikings sphere anyway that they go live right after the game. Like they 2-minute warning, they live and shit. And yeah, I be tapped into those shows too, man. They be having a ton of people. So shout out to everybody who does that on the Viking side of things. So I give them their respect too, like not trying to, hey, I'm semi new. Yeah, like I'm semi new to the game. So you know what I mean? I gotta play the game how it go. You know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, I don't want to be, there's just too much going on. So I go over there and support them. You know what I mean? Like, hey, shit, tap in, talk my shit in the comments, and then 6:30, it's my time to pop my shit now. You know what I mean? Like, now it's time for Ray Peasy to talk his shit.
Yeah, I do like quick recaps first.
Yeah.
So right after me, I'm doing a quick recap, and then I'll go live the following day. It's usually how I do it, because the Falcons content, they spread it. Like it'll be 6 to 7 of them live. I'm like, damn, like okay.
Yeah. No, that's how I be. That's every team fan base though, for sure. But you got your peoples though, man. Shout out to all my peoples, man, that be tapping in though, regardless of what time I go live, man. They show up, and I couldn't thank them more for that, man. You know what I mean? Like we got a real good family over here on my side of things, and I see you too, man. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody, man. Jordan Summer talk about the Wolverine. Hey, let's go, man. Go blue. Yeah, I'm saying I'm a Michigan Wolverine fan too, man. So we bust down on the Buckeye. We own them boy though, man. We've been
y'all usually beat them.
Yeah, we own them boy, man. They're my sons. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, it's been good, man. It's been a great show. We're gonna tap back in on Sunday for show after the game.
I'm gonna have my stuff ready for you.
Yeah.
Don't lose this game. All these fans on the live. I got 100 on Twitter for me too. Don't lose this game, Vikings fans, because that light turn it on and it's gonna blink. When I'm freaking, it blinks. I'm here to tell you. So don't let us walk in your trap. Take over your trap. Don't let us do it, man.
Look, man, I can blink the lights too. Let me see if I got some blinking. I might have to put some blinking light. Let me see if my lights blink. I don't know if they go blink. Hold on, let's see. No, my lights don't blink. I'll figure something out. I'll definitely get something to blink or something. But I got you. We gonna get some kind of. I got something that'll blink around this motherfucker shit. We gonna get it popping, man, for sure. But hey, man, I appreciate you, man, for sure. This was a great show, man, and we appreciate everybody again, like he said, that tapped in, man. Shout out to all your peoples over there on X, all your peoples on YouTube, man. Hey, Sunday, we looking forward to it, man. Skol Vikes, baby.
I don't think I'm sleeping Saturday, bro. This is a big time matchup. I don't think I'm sleeping Saturday, and it's been a while since I've been like that type of fan where I've been anxious to see the Falcons.
Damn, you gonna stay up for that ass whooping, man? Don't do that, man.
Nah, bro. I see the cards how they flow. The Cowboys didn't Mike Zimmerman used to be the Vikings coach, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He played the Cowboys. He cooked them. He likes them revenge matchups. It's something about Kirk in these type of games, though, man. I don't know what it is. He becomes a real guy, I can't say that word.
You don't know Kirk yet, man. It's all right. We get it. You don't really know you don't really know Kirk like we know Kirk, man. I get it.
I'm really trolling y'all. I'm really trolling your fan base. I know y'all hate this man so much.
You're gonna see. You're gonna learn Sunday though. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I've already learned. He's 0-6 the last 3 weeks.
For sure.
I've already learned.
For sure. Well, we appreciate y'all, man, and we out.